because everyone has three personalities. They have their public personality, their private personality, and then their secret personality.
Yeah.
And they're three distinct people. And they're scared of how they're going to be judged and perceived if they put stuff online, because they know that they're just putting out their public personality, which is not the real them.
Exactly.
Real them is their private. That's the stuff your brother sees, your friends see, your wife sees, and they're scared of letting that part of themselves be seen. It's just a fear, and it just takes time. It just takes, I guess, self-confidence. It takes it takes really, at the end of the day, it takes doing things that make you proud of yourself. And then after you do that long enough, you don't give a shit what anybody thinks about what you're doing, because you already filled up that hole based on like the stuff you've done, the stuff you've created. You don't need their acknowledgement or applause or booze.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So what made you say, hey, I'm gonna create some kind of online presence for myself, and I'm going to help other people do the same? What gave you the confidence to do that? What made you felt like, hey, I can do this?
Well, the thing that changed for me was I had a product and a service I wanted to sell that I created. It was a course. I didn't realize how hard it was to market it. Once it was created, I was like, okay, people are just going to start coming. And I realized, oh, this is a long game, the marketing thing. It's a long tail. And I said, well, the most efficient, most effective, the most leveraged thing I can do based on my personality and based on my skill set is to be online. And so that was really kind of what it was. But it's a struggle, like you were saying, because I didn't want people to know my private personality. I wanted people just to know my public personality. It's a different thing. So, now I've really merged myself for the most part, but just most people just get to see my private personality. This is just how I pretty much nobody knows my secret personality, which is always kind of fun. Because everybody has their little secret things that nobody knows about. But yeah, I think, once you get over that whole fear of, letting people into your private personality and not always being this robot and very professional or very whatever, it's way easier.
Yeah. How do you I guess decide how much to put out there as far as your personalities go? Because some people will they'll put the professional stuff out there, educational stuff out there, but their personal life, that's kept secret. And a lot of people are like that. Or some people will put their personal life out there and very little educational stuff, or they talk about the business or whatever business they're in is very little. So how do you manage?
I don't manage anything. I just trust myself at the end of the day to show up as myself, because here's the thing is there's nothing to hide if it's true.
Exactly.
Number one. Yeah. Number two is if you're trying to hide something that's true that actually could benefit other people, then you're doing them a disservice and you're doing yourself a disservice, because you're hiding a part of your shadow personality that actually wants to come to the light. Because once it hits the light, then it doesn't have that strong grasp on you. It doesn't have that fear over you. So the more you can just talk about stuff that quote unquote bothered you in the past,